and this is new. Thank you so much. I learned something. How has your role with She Runs It shaped your perspective on mentorship and supporting women in the industry?
I love that question. So I love being a part of She Runs It because I think it's just about women lifting women, right? And about supporting each other and, being able to share advice. And I think it's so important for us because there's things that we take for granted that we know. I'll even speak often on how to interview or putting your best foot forward in the job search. And it's something that for me comes as second nature because it's in the space of what I do every day. But for others, where it's kind of a secondary thing or like, that must do when the time comes, it's not as natural. So being able to share some of that insight and seeing the impact that's made for others, I think is really helpful. So I think just in terms of, looking at mentorship as, what are the things that you do in your everyday that can make a change for somebody else, that can be that catalyst, that can help them fine tune. It's not always about making these huge shifts in what you're doing, but it's about those little things that you can do to change your approach that can make a big difference. So just being able to use those things to help other people and support other people along the way, I think is really great. And I think the power of community, one of the things that I've been doing with Noble is even creating roundtables just to create peer conversations. And I think mentorship often, and the insight doesn't always come from the mentor even, it just comes from that peer group and from the conversations that you're having with other people and people you might not interact with every day. And it's just getting their perspective and their insight. So I think it's, for anyone who can mentor or, can find an opportunity, it's really a great thing to be able to do for others. And